How's it going, guys? JP here, and welcome back to another mixed martial arts related video. This time we are predicting UFC 171, Johnny Hendricks versus Ruthless Robbie Lawler, and we are about to see a new welterweight champion. How crazy is that? So this card is pretty solid. There's not a whole lot of buzz for this one, but all through the card there's some interesting fights. So I'm definitely looking forward to this card. It's actually starting on Fight Pass right now, so I got to get this video recorded, quickly uploaded. So, you know, I'm predicting only a few fights. Main card, I'll predict all the fights, a couple of prelims, and hopefully I could get it uploaded in time. My record overall this year is 7-4. Let's try to bring that up a bit. So first up, we have featherweights Dennis Bermudez versus Jimmy Hendricks. Now, this fight is pretty interesting. Dennis Bermudez is on a 5-fight win streak. I see him turning that to 6. He's going to climb the ranks and possibly be a future contender, man. I like Dennis Bermudez. I watched him on The Ultimate Fighter. I think that he's, you know, he's well-rounded. And he had a great fight against, I believe it was Matt Grice. So I'm going to go with Dennis Bermudez on this one because of his well-roundedness. After that, we have women's bantamweights Raquel Pennington versus Jessica Andrade. Now, I think Andrade, I think she's going to get in the face of Raquel. She's going to look at that fight with Jessamine Duke and Raquel from The Ultimate Fighter. And I think she's going to try to stay right in her face, you know, in your face, and just kind of pick her apart. I really like Raquel, so I'd like to see her win, but I'm favoring, you know, Andrade had that fight against Rossi Sexton, pretty much, you know, beat her up. So, man, I think I got to go with Jessica on this one. After that, we have welterweights Kelvin Gastelum versus Rick Story. Now, everybody's calling him Kevin for some reason. It kind of bugs me. So, Kelvin Gastelum, saw him on The Ultimate Fighter winner. You know, young kid, real young kid, has a lot of potential, has looked good as of late. He dropped down to welterweight. But Rick's Story, his record has been spotty, but he has a win over Johnny fucking Hendricks. It could be too much too soon for Kelvin, which I think it's going to be. I think Rick's Story, I think he had a win over Edson Barboza recently. I want to say Rick's Story is going to win this fight. Yeah, Rick's Story. After that, we move to the main card. Light heavyweights, OSP, Ovince St. Ovince St. Preux versus Krylov. So this one, I'm going to go with OSP. I'm not really going to go into that fight too much. I'm not really too interested in that fight, but I am going with OSP. After that, we have welterweights Jake Shields versus Hector Lombard, and I'm really excited for this fight because I'm thinking that Hector Lombard is just going to knock Shields out within the first minute of the fight, first 2 minutes of the fight. But I also think if Lombard comes out a little, you know, slow and lets Shields get comfortable in there, he's probably going to have a tough night and probably going to get submitted. I think Lombard is the favorite for a reason because I do think he's going to knock Jake Shields out. So I'm picking Lombard on this one. Then we move to lightweights, Diego Sanchez versus Miles Jury. Now, Miles Jury, I believe, is undefeated. Let me just double check. Yeah, Miles Jury is undefeated. He didn't look super great against Mike Ricci, so this is going to be a huge test for him against Diego Sanchez, somebody who's going to be in his face and make him win the fight. Miles Jury is either going to let this one go, or he's going to make it. He's going to win this fight. He's going to take it to Diego and figure out a way to shut him down, especially in the third round, because we all know Diego Sanchez turns shit on in the third round. Normally, before I started predicting, I was going to go with Miles Jury, but I'm going to go with Diego Sanchez. You know, he has a lot of miles on his, you know, body, but I think he still has more left in him. So, yeah, Diego Sanchez. Then we move to welterweights, Carlos Condit versus Tyrone Woodley. If Tyrone Woodley wins this fight, it's going to be a huge feather in his cap. Carlos Condit is a great fighter. I love Carlos Condit. I used to not like him. I don't know why, because he is so solid, well-rounded, just a good fighter, fun to watch. I feel like Tyron Woodley can win this fight. Based on past performances, I know, I don't think he can knock, I think Carlos is going to be more technical, and he's going to win that way. So I am picking Carlos Condit. I don't think that Tyron Woodley is going to knock him out. Carlos ate some heavy hands from Johnny Hendricks. So I think he can handle Tyron Woodley. I'm going to go with Carlos Condit, the favorite. And then we move to welterweights, Johnny Hendricks versus Robbie motherfucking Lawler. Fucking Robbie Lawler is in the main event fighting for the welterweight belt. How crazy is that? I know a lot of people think it's crazy, but actually stepping back and looking at it and like, fucking Robbie Lawler is fighting for the belt. It really is awesome. It's just awesome. It's really cool that happened. I was immediately going to pick Johnny Hendricks. After the weigh-in, I started maybe thinking about Robbie Lawler might be able to get this one. The weigh-in was weird. Johnny looked bad. He was shaking. I know he's flexing, but it just seemed like something was wrong. I think he had a terrible weight cut, and they're just trying to, say that he, the scale was messed up or whatever at his hotel, and he just didn't realize that he wasn't on weight. I think he had a bad weight cut, even though he was with Dolce, which is even more surprising. But I'm gonna go with Johnny. I gotta go with Johnny. It's so hard not to go against, to pick against Johnny. So that's about it, guys. Those are my picks. I'll see you guys in the review of this event. Hopefully this video didn't go on too long. I could upload it quickly. So peace.